Hey there, Tamir from Fibonaccis-Traders.com here with another daily market recap video for November 15th. So let's dig in the charts and let's see what market brought us today. We start with the SPY, still struggling to break up and above this trend line here. This trend line represents short-term higher highs. 3 sessions in a row, 3 candles in a row, getting rejected by this trend line. But on the positive side, the 394 area, 395 area is holding as support. This area was an important level of support and resistance throughout 2022. Just by looking left, we can identify these kinds of areas for support and resistance. Failing to hold, we can expect that this gap here will get filled, and the sooner the better, because we know 80% of all gaps are getting filled throughout time. So we are still in this short-term uptrend channel. Let's see if this gap will get filled and holding inside this channel. So follow price, use trend lines and levels to manage the risk. QQQ managing to hold above the 285, 284 area. This area looking left, major resistance throughout September and October, now holding. Let's see if bulls can keep holding this level. Failing to do so, we have also on the Qs this gap here on the 269 area. If this gap will get filled, we need the 268 area to hold. So we still have higher lows on price action before the next, maybe before the next leg up. IWM, 3 dojis in a row, struggling to break up and close above this trend line. This trend line goes all the way back to November 21, August 22, and now, as we can see, trend lines are the true support and resistance for price action. 3 dojis on a trend line. We cannot get any more significant signal that bulls and bears are in a fight over this area here. Bulls wants to break up and above. Bears wants to get this gap getting filled. 173 needs to hold on the short term, so we can still have higher lows. Dow Jones managing to hold above this trend line. This trend line is a very important one because it goes all the way to January earlier this year as resistance, 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 and now acting as support. But we have the 340 above head as a resistance. So let's see how the Dow Jones will act throughout this week. VIX, as we said yesterday's video, that after this meltdown we expect some kind of a relief bounce on the VIX. So we got it post Europe news, but this is not a political or a news channel, just mentioning it. So we have this big bounce rejected by the 26 level and getting back to the downside. We want to see continuation to the downside, at least towards this 22 area, and we need this gap here to get filled, because opposite of all the SPY and Qs and all the other indices, VIX, 100% of all gaps on the VIX are getting filled. There are no open gaps on the VIX. Dollar index holding above the 106. We want the dollar index breaking down and under towards the 104. So keep your eyes also on the dollar index. SMH, semiconductors ETF, very nice bounce from the 166 towards the 226. doji over the 226 area. Let's see if this one can hold and go all the way to 235 and then the 246. The 246, I'm expecting, if price will reach to this area will be a very tough resistance for the bulls, because only by looking left we can see it was a very tough resistance throughout 2022, and it was a very important support throughout 2021 all the way to the March of 22. So 246 area, keep an eye on this one. XLE continuing to be the strongest sector of them all, now making a new all-time highs. We have this gap here. At this point, some relief to the downside will be important for the XLE. Gold from the 1618 area, making a triple bottom here, bounce, breaking up above this major trend line that goes from March 22 to the penny, to the penny, to the penny, and a week ago, November 8th, November 9th, broke up above, and now let's see continuation towards the 1800s. MJ, as we said in the past few videos, breaking up above this trend line here, will go all the way to the green one, and not surprising, went all the way to the green trend line, got rejected by this trend line. Two dojis, consecutive two dojis between this area of trend lines. Let's see if bulls can push price above the 610 level. If they will, we might get some nice rally towards the 730 area, but we trade one candle at a time, looking left, where price came from, where it might go from here, and we can identify it by learning price action analysis, learning how to use trend lines and Fibonacci levels. If you want to take your trade journey to the next level, check descriptions in the links below. And until the next video, do good things.